Joining us now is the Director of Automotive Research for IHS Automotive, Rebecca Lindland. Rebecca, thanks as always for joining us here. So you expect light vehicles, light trucks to track better than any of the other categories, is that right?
Well, we do, Deirdre, and thanks for having me on. But we have to remember what happened last year when we look at these year-over-year comparisons. Last year and last August, we were in the heat of the cash for clunkers craze. So we had a lot of small cars being sold. Very few trucks were sold. So it's natural that we're going to see a year-over-year increase in truck sales and a significant year-over-year decline in car sales.
Okay, Rebecca, we are actually getting the figures out from GM as we speak now. So we have the month-end dealer inventory 28,000 higher versus July, but GM adjusted vehicle sales down close to 22%. I guess I should be specific, 21.9% versus the estimate of a decline of 19%. So essentially worse than forecast. Is that enough of a percentage point difference to you to make you think twice perhaps about some of the things going on there?
Not really. You know, again, you have to look at these numbers in a broader picture than just year over year because of what was happening last year. So overall, GM's performance in 2010 has been very good, very positive, keeping in mind they have 4 less brands that they're selling. One of them is Pontiac, and that contributed a significant amount of volume for General Motors. So everything needs to be taken into perspective here.
Now we know, Rebecca, there's a shift in the C-suite. Dan Ackerson beginning as CEO. What do you make of what you expect his tenure to be there and what he's going to bring to the table?
Well, he certainly brings a lot of financial experience, and hopefully, despite what John had said earlier in his report, hopefully Wall Street will be comforted by his appearance before the board, and we'll see how the IPO really pans out. But people should feel pretty good about the transition. This guy's going to be there for a few years. We knew all along that Whitaker wasn't necessarily going to be there. I can't say I'm a huge fan of the timing of the change, but people feel like they needed to get a good establishment of who was going to be running the company post-IPO.
Why is that, Rebecca? Just because it's too close to the IPO?
It is. It just seems really close. I would have personally liked to have seen Whitaker continue through the end of the year and well into next year. I think most people in the industry thought he would be there at least through the execution of the IPO.